Hello YouTube, this is Wisps and Whimsy, and you are watching Starting Out Solitary. Our topic this week is protection. So I am subbing in this, let's see, I guess it's Thursday. Is it really Thursday? Wow, this week has flown by for me. So I'm subbing in for Michele because she's unable to make a video today, and we're talking about protection. So in my life, I use really simple, basic ways of invoking protection in my life. I think the number one thing that I do would be to not encourage negativity. You know, sometimes you kind of play into other people's negativity, and sometimes the best defense is to not engage that in the first place. I don't know if you can hear that, but this is a quick break between thunderstorms today that I'm trying to shoot this, and I wanted to share a little mountain beauty with you while I'm at it. Anyway, but not encouraging interactions. You know, I have found, especially with working with children, that it is so important to monitor your own reactions to things and to kind of take that space between yourself and the other person's emotions, because as soon as you start responding to their emotions, things can just escalate so quickly. And so I find that in trying to monitor how I engage with others and keeping calm and that peaceful engagement as much as possible, it really helps as far as protecting myself from being affected by other people's emotions and negativity. And, you know, that can take the form of just tuning out. You know, if it's something online, just take a break. You don't have to engage people all the time. And I have to remind myself of this. Sometimes we just need to disengage. And that can mean, you know, logging out of Facebook. It can mean taking a few days break from YouTube. But, you know, as much as possible, when you need to, and when you feel that, you know, you have to be self-aware, when you feel that need to, you know, put a blockage between yourself and others, then do that. You know, self-care is really important. I don't consider myself an empath, but I do respond readily to other people's emotions around me, and that's something I had to learn about myself and recognize and take steps against. You know, it can be a good thing. I can very easily empathize with other people, but it also can be a bad thing because I am awash with emotions all the time. You know, there are some days where I'm fine, and there are other days where every little thing seems to just, you know, break over me and take me with it. And so I really have to be protective of myself at those times. Another thing, you know, this is a big break away from just the personal protection, but, you know, home protection. As you can tell, I love plants. It's just something that's a big part of my life, and I love living where we do because it's just right outside my door. You know, having that green space is so important to me. And so I like to incorporate a lot of that as far as what I'm planting around my home, what I'm bringing into my kitchen from the garden. And, you know, something very simple that lots of people do is using flower plantings to aid in protecting their home. So things like putting geraniums in pots by your front door, or planting lavender or lilacs. Those are all plants that are reputed to have protective correspondences. So you can use that sort of magic around your home to help kind of ward off any bad vibes, so to speak. Another thing is when somebody does come into your home, if they bring negativity with them, if you have a bad interaction with family members, or if a friend is really down and they just kind of bring that air into the home, you know, we talk about clearing the air, and that's a very real thing. You know, opening the windows and bringing in fresh air, breathing out the old. You know, we do it when we're trying to visualize, when we're trying to meditate or calm down, to breathe out the negativity and breathe in the positivity. And that's something you can do for your home too, to kind of bring in, you know, protect against the negative things you don't want brought into your home, and breathe in new life into it again. That can be really important depending on what's going on in your life. I'm trying to think of anything else that I specifically do that's very protective in nature. I think those are the main things that I do, is just, self-awareness, awareness of others, the sympathetic plantings and things like that, and then just home care to kind of, and you can do that at the office as well. A lot of times we have difficulties with coworkers, and finding a way to clear your space, if you're able to use essential oils to clear the space, or merely moving air around, to kind of just breathe new life into it. Moving furniture around or rearranging the little knickknacks you have on your desk. Something to kind of just give it a new sense of space and help clear your space. And if you're into feng shui, that can also be helpful. But those are just some ideas that I had, and I hope something resonated with you. If you are someone who does more ritualized magic and would like to share something that you feel ties in, or maybe would be better in place of what I've suggested, I would love to hear it. I always love new ideas. And if you do something similar, I'd love to hear about that too. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful end to your week. And this is Wisps and Whimsy, wishing you blessings.